I just released a single.
Okay.
And it's called "Gets Me Started." That's the song I played.
You were talking about that. You released that May 27th, right?
Yeah, May 27th.
So that was just 2 months ago. The
a couple of months ago.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the song I played all three saxes on. As a matter of fact, I played all the music on that song.
Feels like we're floating above the floor in zero G.
Thank you again for being here. Brother, you have been one of the first to come along and get on my program, because you were the 23rd episode, and we did that at my home, in my apartment, and you brought your sax, and I had mine there. We stood up and did that whole podcast from standing.
Right. That was fun. Man. We just had a good time.
That was good. You were trying to teach me, I still remember you were trying to teach me how
to do the growl.
Do the growl.
Yeah.
And go through the, and I have to apologize. I haven't been able to make it to your sets. I haven't been able to practice as much sax as I want to, but I love the sax, and I play at least 3 or 4 times a week, where I used to do it every day. You play every day?
I don't play every day because I'm doing different stuff. I have paperwork. I do everything myself, basically.
Right.
Yeah, I do have another team for other stuff, but basically my gigging and all that stuff, I'm managing all that. So I practice, I'd say 3 times a week. Okay. Give or take a little bit, depending on what I'm doing.
Do you ever play with any other saxophone players?
I haven't played with any sax players in a while now.
You choose not to?
No, it's not that. It's just that everybody's going, their own way doing things, and it's hard. It's kind of hard to get people together to really pinpoint a good gig to do, like that. A few years ago, a few sax players, we talked about it.
But you never did it?
Never did it because I guess everybody was just busy doing their own thing, But I would love to do it. I would love to do it, man, to have like 3 or 4 saxes on a gig. That would be nice.
Well, wait, what other instruments would you need if you had, what if it was just 2 saxophones?
2 saxes? That would be cool too.
Because you play alto.
My main is alto. I play soprano and tenor too.
Okay.
I have all 3.
Right.
But it would be real nice if even with just 2 saxes, you can get the harmony, and the harmony is in there sometimes to play some lines together.
Even if it's like an alto and a tenor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, different tones.
Right.
Different tones. They sound good together.
Right.
Like on this particular song, I played 3. I played the tenor, soprano, and alto on a song.
Oh, and then you put it all together, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real nice.
On one of your, how many albums do you have out now? Do you have any albums out?
I have 2 albums.
2 albums out.
I have a ballad album. It's called Voice of My Heart. That was my first album. And then I did a Christmas album. I did the Voice of My Heart in 2013. I did the Christmas album in 2015. And I don't know, you remember Keith Haynes? Keyboard player. Yeah. He produced that album for me. Yeah, he's rest in peace, my brother.
Passed?
Yeah, he passed away.
When was this?
2018, November 17th.
I don't think I know him well, but he probably came a couple of times.
Yeah. He was really one of the top.
Was he?
Top keyboards and vocalists around. Yeah.
Okay.
It's on tour with everybody. But anyway, I have those 2 albums, and then I just released a single.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called "Gets Me Started." That's the song I played.
You were talking about that. You released that May 27th, right?
Yeah, May 27th.
So that was just 2 months ago.
A couple of months ago.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the song I played all 3 saxes on. As a matter of fact, I played all the music on that song.
How many instruments are you playing?
I'm playing the saxes and it's a keyboard.
Okay.
And through my Logic Pro.
Right. Okay.
Software.
Right.
I just layered the parts on myself as I thought of it. Yeah. And I wrote the hook. The chorus of the song too.
Wow.
And I took it in to have it mixed professionally, in a nice studio with Victor Newman and Jonathan Underdown. From at the time they were running Fun Time Studios.
Okay. Here in Japan?
Yeah, here in Japan, in Shibuya.
Okay.
And so they did the mixing for me, and Jonathan wrote the verses for the song.
All right.
Then I brought Tahira Walker in on the project.
Okay.
And I wanted her to put some ladies, some
I know
sounds.
Tahira Walker.
Yeah, you know Tahira,
I
right?
know Tahira, yes.
Yeah,
I know.
she's in New York now, but
New York.
Yeah,
She used to be out Yokota.
right.
That's
yeah,
right, I know
she's
Tahira.
been in New York for ever since last year. Last year, was it last year? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's supposed to be coming back soon though,
Mm-hmm.
and she came in and did some background vocals with me, and she wrote the rap in the song.
There's some rap in the song.
Yeah,
Okay.
she does the rap, so she got a writing credit on it too.
Right.
So it was real. It came out real nice, man. It's a really
Nice,
cool
nice.
dance song.
Now you told me that song is just a single right now, but it's actually a part of an album that you're developing.
Right. Yeah, I'm still working on the full disc, and I hope to do at least maybe 9 songs.
Right.
And I have a few more completed. I have 2 more completed,
Okay.
and I'm gonna drop the next single maybe latter part of the year. It's called Believe, and that's a pretty cool kind of ballady kind of song. I did all the music on that one too, except the guitar. Masa Kohama played the guitar on it.
Okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Masa played guitar on all of my stuff. On my albums too. Yeah.
Are you planning on being in Japan for a long time?
I do. I really love it here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm at peace here, and I can work still, even during the down times. I can still work. And
So COVID didn't affect you much?
no, because actually it did not, man. Because I tend to save my money,
Okay.
and through the government and stuff, they supplied the
They
subsidies
they
and stuff.
sure did. They
So
sure
I was
did.
okay, and it allowed me to actually sit and write my music.
So it was a good
That
thing.
gave me some downtime. Yeah, and it I always try to turn a negative into a positive, some kind of way.
Right.
So that's what I did, man. Instead of sitting around sulking,
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually at home anyway, every day, basically trying to do something, from a business.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't bother me, man. It just made me stronger, actually, and it didn't affect me medically,
Right.
physically. I'm okay.
Because your throat's better now. Because the first time we talked, you had some issues with your throat, I think it was.
Yeah. I my throat was really not in good shape then.
Right.
But like years before, I had the surgery on for my cervical spine.
Okay.
I've had it twice, but it's been some years ago. That was in 2001 and 2003. I had those surgeries.
Right. And they were all successful, obviously.
Yeah, they were fine. The only thing is the first surgery, I lost half of my range, and the doctor told me, he said you can take a chance and have this surgery. He said it's a normal surgery. I do it every day. I'm good at it. I'll fix you up. But
But this is the U.S.
in the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah.
All your operations have been in the U.S.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And he said you can lose part of your vocal. You can lose it all, or it may not affect you at all. So right after the surgery, I lost half of my range, and after that, man, I was like, Lord, if I get my range back, I'm not gonna be shy to sing no more, because I was kind of shy to sing before, and ad lib and all that stuff. So now, after that, man, I was like, okay, let's go. And my range came back, and I lost maybe a whole step, maybe one or two whole steps
Okay.
with my range. That's a lot, for a vocalist.
Okay.
So I have to, deal with dropping the keys to my songs and stuff like that. But I don't mind, because I sing it just like it's the regular key. So
Right.
yeah,
And you told me something before too, because you said you're self-taught.
yeah,
You started from a kid all the way through, and you really taught yourself how to play music and how to do these things.
right. I did. The only training formal training I've had was in high school, and I wish that I could. I think that I should have gone and taken more music courses. Get the theory and everything down. But I basically play by feel,
Right.
and I'm not.
But it's funny because I'm playing sax now, and that's something on all the YouTube tutorials I've taken and everything else. They tell you to learn to play by feel. They say one of the worst things is when you have a rigid way of playing
Right.
and you learn to, you can never ad lib.
Yeah.
It's hard for you to freestyle.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah, and I don't like to have something in front of me. I'm reading.
You listen.
Yeah, I want to entertain the audience. You know, I want to be able to look up and look at the people I'm playing to and walk to them if I want to without having to read music.
Right.
And I'm not saying it's a bad thing to read music
That's it.
because top professionals do it all the time, and that's great.
Well, the best can do both.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
So
right.
I'm not in that category yet.
Right.
I have to, you know, really buckle down and learn my reading. But, you know, while I'm entertaining though, I would rather know my lyrics. I would rather know my sax parts, you know, and everything. And I make mistakes, but hey, I blow through them just like it ain't nothing happened.
What's it like? We talked about your music some last time, but what is it like being a musician here in Japan? How many years have you been doing it here?
I've been here 24 years now.
Playing music the whole time from the beginning?
Yeah, that's it.
And what has it been like for you? Do you think it's an easy journey? Do you think you would have been more advanced if you stayed in the States or some other country versus here? What has it been like for you?
No, actually, it's been great here in Japan.
In what ways?
That's why I settled here. Japan, man, have many amenities that I can enjoy, you know, other than music. But as far as the music goes, people appreciate our music. And even they may not even know the lyrics we saying, but they understand the beats and they understand the song, the melodies, and they can get into it and really enjoy and appreciate it, man. You know, and the work has been in abundance. So in the States, I think it would have been a little bit tougher, you know, to actually do what I'm doing now. You know,
You think competition-wise?
I don't know if it's competition or just I don't know, man. It's for me, it's atmosphere, and also it's a grind.
How is that?
It's a grind, man. They work really very hard.
And here they don't?
Not so much. I mean, not as much.
Like,
you know?
what would be considered? What kind of things?
Like now, unless it's a jazz hit, you don't do like 45-minute sets. That's a long time to be working.
5 45-minute sets.
Yeah, or 4:45s even.
Right.
You know, like the sets that I do now, and I'm not saying that those gigs don't come about, because they do, and I have done them. And it wasn't that bad, but that's how it is all the time in the States, man. You have to work, you know.
For the same kind of money?
Less money.
Less money.
Less money. That's what I was getting at. That was a problem for me.
Right.
I don't think I would have survived, you know, really. I would have made a way to survive, but you know, it's not just music.
So right now, your only thing is music?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's all you do?
That's it.
Okay, it's partially because you're really prudent with your money. You don't just buy any old thing or do anything with
Right.
it. You make sure you keep it
Right.
in case.
I buy the necessary things that I need for my business, and sometimes it gets, you know, be a bit expensive, but it's an investment. You know, it's not just I'm just throwing the money away for something. I get it and use it for my business. Yeah, but I've been doing music only, man, since I was like 17.
You mean your only income? Just music?
Yeah.
Really?
Except one time I did a quick 6-month stint at McDonald's in Dallas. Just 6 months so I could pay my taxes. Because the gigging had kind of gone down to the downside, and I had to have it. So I had to work 6 months at McDonald's. That's the only time I worked during my whole career.
Wow.
In anything other than music. You know, it's been some tough times, man, but I've had some great times too with my band. And
Tell me some of your best times.
I tell you,
The times that you still think about every now and then, you sit back and it puts a smile on your face.
okay, I tell you my main one.
All right.
Okay, when we were traveling throughout the states in our van and our truck, we used to be on the side of the road, broke down sometimes hot, sometimes cold. We'd be in the van just dreaming, oh man, one of these days somebody's gonna take us to that island on their private jet, and we're gonna be living it up. it happened. We were dreaming about that. So we went to Hong Kong in 1993.
Right.
We did a gig at the Hyatt Hotel, the Hyatt, Grand Hyatt. And it was a guy from Indonesia there with his entourage. And he was checking us out. He enjoyed us. So after the gig, he saw us on the elevator and he said, "Hey guys, I want to take you guys to my country. You know, you guys are great, you know." So we heard that so many times. We were like, "Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, appreciate it." You know, then he looked at us, he said, "Maybe you guys think I'm joking." He said, "I'm not joking." He said, "Who's your leader?" So my keyboard player was the leader at the time. So he said, "I'm gonna send my guy to your room tomorrow and we're gonna talk about it." He sent the dude to the room, man, and this cat, man, then he came in and started talking to him, and he made a deal with us to stay in Asia, to go to his place in Indonesia, in Jakarta. So he supplied the plane fare, and he asked us, "How much do you charge?" We told him our fee. He said, "I'll pay you guys half." And he said, "You know, you're just gonna go home anyway, right?" We said, "Yeah." So make a long story short, this guy came back with plane tickets, took us to Indonesia, to Jakarta, to the Grand Hyatt, and gave us a tour through the Hyatt. He said, you guys, I want you to enjoy yourselves. You're gonna have a room for yourselves. You can check it out, check everything out. You have the whole run of everything, the gym, the spa, everything. Man, we ended up playing 3 nights at the Hyatt, and he had a jazz club too. We did Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the Hyatt, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at his club. We packed it every night, both places. So, and then we had, man, the room was about this size, everybody's room.
Okay.
It was sweet, man.
Wow.
Really nice.
Really sweet.
Anyway, one night he came to us, he said, "I'm gonna pick you guys up." It was a Saturday night. "I'm gonna pick you guys up tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. He said, "I'm gonna take you guys to Bali." All right. So he pulls up, man, in a couple of limos, gathers up. We gathered into the car, man, and he took us to the private airstrip. He was one of the presidents of, Suharto.
Okay, yes.
Suharto's children all of them had conglomerates.
Okay.
Not just companies, they had conglomerates, each one. He worked for one of those conglomerates. And he was the president of about 3 or 4 of those companies. And he was also the liaison for Indonesia and for the government.
Okay.
So he had a picture of himself with Reagan, shaking hands with Reagan. And anyway, so we went to the private airstrip, Suharto's airstrip. Got on a private plane. He took us to Bali. He had the run of, and oh, by the way, he owned the Hyatt. He was one of the owners of the Hyatt and the hotel across from that, and then the Intercontinental Hotel Resort that we stayed in Bali. Okay, we had a great time. The next week he said, "You guys be in the lobby at 7. I'm gonna take you guys to Singapore." Took us to Singapore. Same thing, bigger private jet. Brought us back. At that time, when we were in Singapore, he brought us clothes. He recognized everything that everybody needed. It was all in his head. He didn't write anything down. He knew what everybody needed. He got us all what we needed. Then he took us to a music store. It was 2 sides. It was a regular music store and a pro shop on this side. So when we went up there, we all just flocked into the regular shop. He said, no, guys, I want you guys over here. He took us to the pro shop, man. And he said, "Glenn, I want you to pick out a nice soprano saxophone." So I saw two sopranos. It was a gold one and it was a really beautiful silver one. So I went, I didn't want to go to that silver one. I went to that gold one first and checked it out. He said, no. I want you to have that one. He said, "This is the one Kenny G plays." He said, I like your playing. I like your feel. He said, "I want you to have this one." And I was like, wow. It was a $4,000 horn. $4,000, man. And I was like, that's my, and he bought everybody guitar, bass, keyboard, all of this Yeah, it's ours.
Do you
Yeah.
still have yours now?
I still have mine now. I'm playing that soprano on that song I did.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm doing a solo on
How
it
old
too.
were you when that happened? How old were you when this happened?
I was maybe 38, something like that.
Okay. And you hadn't been to Japan yet?
I had been to Japan.
Okay, but you were back in the States when this.
Actually, before I went to Hong Kong, I had spent a year here
Okay.
and working at Pickford
Okay.
For 1 year with the science band. And yeah, so that was one of that's the main highlight, man, for me. I mean, I have other stuff, but can't nothing top that one. It was
How long
a
did it last? How
dream
long did
come
it
true.
last?
We did at the first time we only did like a month.
I mean, this is different times he kept on doing this with you.
Yeah. I mean,
They weren't consecutive.
the first time he did all that I just said,
Okay.
and that was only for about a month.
Oh, that was a month. I
Yeah.
see.
Plus, what he did after that, he paid us our fee that we normally pay, that we normally get paid. Plus, he added more, so we got so much more from accepting a half pay. And
beginning,
our
yeah.
dreams paid off, man. I mean, it just came true, bro.
What happened to the group after that? Did you guys stay together?
Oh
Or
yeah,
did they
yeah.
move?
The original members stayed together. We went back to Indonesia, and right after that we went to Guam. So we did Indonesia, Guam twice.
Mm-hmm.
Then we did Indonesia again. After that one, then we changed some members. And then we went to Taiwan, then back to Indonesia, and then we did Hong Kong again. That was the last time. That was the year they changed over. We did 96 into the year that it changed over 97. Yeah, so that was the last I did with that group. After that, I started another group.
Right.
Because it was becoming a grind for me. It wasn't fun anymore because I was having to do a whole lot of work, and then members kept changing, man, and I was doing the choreography for them. So I had to teach everybody. Every time somebody changed, I had to go through that. It was becoming a grind. Anyway.
So you right now, basically, you play on your own. You don't have anyone else with you.
No.
Do you plan on having anyone with you?
I wouldn't mind having a band to play with every now and then, but I'll tell you, the second group that I formed called Slam, we did Taiwan, and we came and we did Pickford. We did Pickford for 6 months, and after Pickford, I had already set up to go to Singapore and Hong Kong again, and all of this was already set. But the other band members wanted to go home after saying that they wanted to stay out and work, and I worked hard to get them gigs. After that, man, I kind of I got burned on bands, so I was like, hey, I don't have to go through all that. I
How
can
much
just
longer do you think you're going to continue to play? What's your intention?
till I can't play no more.
To the last breath.
Till the last breath. And then,
That's true.
my thing is, man, I love to entertain. I love to see people having a great time and happy, If that's my main goal, to make people smile and happy and playful, and having a good time. That's what I love, man. So I've been fortunate enough to do what I love to do. And there's no reason to stop, until I can't do it no more, man. It's like
So on
that.
your song that you just did, the song that just came out, the 27th of May, tell me about the song. You haven't told me about
It's funky.
Okay.
It's like old school style.
All right.
And it's got Tahira in there doing the little the chants and stuff, and her sounds and
Well, I'm
her.
gonna have it playing in the background here. Can I? I mean, I can.
Yeah,
have it.
sure.
So it's gonna be playing as we're talking.
Okay.
So it's gonna be
cool.
back, so you can hear. But just tell me about the feeling. What inspired you to do this?
Actually, I started out with just a drum beat because I was learning my software, right?
Okay.
I started out with a drum beat, man, and it just built from there. I don't know, it just popped out of my head. That's how I write.
So it's a dance song.
It's a dance song, and everything just popped out of my head, man. Just to put this here, put this there, and not to clutter it too much, because you can layer it, but I wanted it to be simple, but intriguing enough for people to listen to it and make them move.
Any horns in it? Any
horns?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing tenor, alto, and soprano on the horn
Okay.
parts.
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah,
Right.
And I have the soprano solo in it.
Okay.
Yeah, on the
Do you
end.
sing on it?
Yeah, I'm singing the lead. I'm singing the lead on it. Yeah,
All right.
I'm leading leads and the backgrounds too. I'm singing some of the backgrounds also.
And that's so. How many songs are you gonna have on your? Usually, there's 12 songs on the album.
I may do 9.
9. Okay,
Nine,
you can do-
yeah.
That's the minimum.
Um,
You can have on many size.
yeah, I can do 7. But
Right.
I'm gonna try to do 9. And
When do you think it's gonna be out?
I'm gonna try to have it done by next summer.
Your mother, how's she doing? She's okay.
Oh, my mother's fine. Yeah,
Good.
yeah, she's doing good. She's 84 now. And
Okay.
she's still kicking.
All right.
Still
all right.
kicking. Yeah,
Yeah. You should say hello to your mom.
I will.
I mean, you should say hello to her now.
Hey, Mom, what's up, baby?
There you go. There you go.
She's gonna be smiling like this. She's so cute, man.
I'll make sure I put that in there.
Yeah, I always make her laugh when we're on the phone because she's fascinated by I have her online.
Yeah, right.
And she be fascinated. Oh, I can see you. Hey, boy, how you doing? And we just be talking, and I just make her laugh, man, just to see her laugh, and then I'll get a screenshot.
Has she been here to Japan?
She's never been to Japan.
Does she want to come?
She want to come, but it's a little difficult for her to travel right now. Yeah, she went to Indonesia. She came to Indonesia while I was there, and I took her to Bali on my day off.
That's good.
Yeah, that was real nice. She really enjoyed that, man. That was really different for her. So I did get to bring her to Asia.
That's good. Now, I usually end the podcast by asking, what do you consider a good life in Japan?
What do I consider a good life in Japan? Wow. Man, just being here, this life is good. I really think it's a lot you can do here, man. I'd like to have a nice house, nice little crib. Don't have to be huge, just a nice size house, man. And out, not in the very country, but kind of close, so I can grow some food. I'd like to grow some food and not be dependent on, the markets and stuff like that, and just be able to relax and enjoy the country, man. Because the amenities here are great. I don't know. It's so much I can say about it.
I want to thank you so much for having this time out.
Yeah, thank you, brother,
so happy.
for having me here. Appreciate it.
I want to thank all of you for watching this podcast. Make sure you press like and subscribe. And remember, it's all unknown, so continue to reach for the stars because you're too blessed to be stressed.
Absolutely.
Like that.